Brian, I respect you. I love you. Hey guys.
You don't love me.
Oh, that's probably true.
You're right about that, girl.
Hey guys, welcome to the Boys of Outspoken. We're here hosting the awards. What are we hosting?
Right now?
They're waiting tonight.
I know.
No, welcome. We are gonna review the reunion, girl. So much tea, so much.
Oh my god!
Best episode. Best episode. All season long.
I'm still reeling from it. I'm still like in shock. It was just one thing after another. The whole reunion, revelations and shade and drama and tears. Mostly all from Farrah Moan, but it was really good. It was good.
Right. Oh my god.
It reminded me of season 2's reunion, because you know how season 2's reunion was like so like raw and going in.
Even just season 2, that was a crazy, shady.
It was before.
I love
before everyone was so like
PC,
in their head.
children,
And,
stuff that.
What do you think finally ended the season of the sisterhood? You know, they finally all just decided, fuck it. Claws out, my real self.
I still think it's the season of sisters.
Okay.
It just this time I was fine. I was glad that the camera showed them calling each other out on their shit, you know? Yeah. But can we please talk about Alexis Michelle being called out for, you know, only she can dish it but she can't take it? That's where they started. I was like, oh, this is where this is going. We're calling bitches out.
Well,
girl, Alexis still was not owning it.
I know.
She wasn't.
Well, we talked about weight issues before. I'm like, girl, you're still not getting it.
Right. You're a drag queen. This is shit. And what Ru said, I love that she said, this is a safe place, a place of love. This is what it is. We're not just sitting there making fun of you. We all have things. Right. This is part of the game, part of the art of drag, part of the sisterhood of drag, and you can't be so sensitive.
And Shea said, girl, you made fun of my teeth.
Right.
And, you know, we went fourth. But when it comes to you, bitch.
Bitch, and she called Farrah Moan a prostitute, bitch.
Yes. And Farrah Moan laughed it off. Alexis still didn't get it. I'm sorry, I feel like even after the episode, I'm like, you don't get it.
She doesn't.
She doesn't get it. But I did notice I think she understood the fact that, I think she understands it now that, you know, reading is fundamental and everybody gets it. But she just didn't want to own, the fact that she didn't, you know, that she wasn't playing fair, like she was kind of being a poor sport.
Yeah.
My favorite read of her was Trinity's.
Oh, girl.
What'd she say?
We wish the honey baked town in her dress, girl.
What was that? Oh my god.
That was Shea at his finest.
Like literally seconds after they're done talking about.
Well, that's what I love that Ru did. That she's like, all right, I know you struggled with it. Time to put the glasses on.
Right. Give everyone another opportunity.
Yeah, it was cute. And I liked James Manfred's to Valentina.
Yeah. I love that. I love that.
I was gonna read you, but I can't remember the words.
Right. That was good. That was a good one.
I like James. James was quiet, but still funny.
Yeah. Right. I thought she looked pretty good too. What do you guys think of their looks for the show?
Nina Brown was good.
Anyone who stood out?
Nina Bonina gave it to me. Farrah Moan gave it to me, girl. I'm sorry.
She's like Jim in a hologram.
Girl, straight up. Farrah Moan gave it to me, and I'm sorry, there's no such thing as too much highlighter. I love the amount of highlighter.
Speaking of highlighter, Peppermint's titty highlighter.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Titty highlighter.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, I love a good titty highlighter. I mean, I'm about to use that.
I love a good tit.
Yeah.
Right. Solid tip. Shea was giving me Naomi Campbell realness all over again. She looks amazing.
Her face, Polly. I didn't love the outfit so much with the sticking applique. It looked a little cheap to me.
I feel like she kind of
upset. Well,
we give her
she definitely was feisty today.
She was a little feisty, that one.
Yeah.
She was a little feisty, but I think it was deserved. But we'll discuss that later.
We'll talk about it. What did you guys think of Sasha Velour's look with the mohawk and the aqua colored like jumpsuit, very asymmetrical? I loved it too. Actually,
it was like
fun.
80s. Gave me like an 80s. Let's see, Joan Jett.
Yeah, a little bit.
I feel like it gave me Cynthia from the Rugrats.
You know who was a miss for me? Aja. What was that?
Girl, I know.
I just there's too much going on.
That was everything.
It was just too much going on. But I have to say, Aja was one of the most entertaining chicks. This reunion, girl. She was giving it to me, girl.
She was.
Oh my gosh.
I also thought our queen Valentina looked amazing.
Of course, like always.
And like almost like a rose gold and the sparkles and she always looks flawless.
Very elegant. Very Latina.
She knew. I think she knew she was gonna have to, you know, come and face some haters. So she wanted to make sure she look better than all that they did.
Girl, it's lonely at the top, especially when you're the one queen who has the most following on social media. You know?
When you miss fan favorite, Miss Congeniality.
Oh God, just wait till that.
Trinity and Eureka's little read.
Oh my, the back and forth.
The back and forth, they were killing each other.
They gave me everything.
I love Eureka.
She said, Eureka said it first, she's like, girl, you're giving me Fisher, wait, what is she
Fisher Price.
Oh,
Fisher
girl, you're
Price.
giving me fish.
Fisher Price.
What did she say? She's like, girl, you something about you and James and the Giant Peach.
No, she's like, and then Trinity goes, oh, girl, you're giving me fish too. Well.
Oh my god.
And then it was
James was like back and forth.
It was like, they were funny the whole reunion. Even when they were like talking and having their kind of moment, they talked about their feud a little bit, but they talked about how they kind of had this respect for each other and their playful banter on and off through the whole thing. I thought was so funny. I like them together.
It was cute.
Yeah, Sasha made a good point. We didn't get to see that lip sync against them, and I wish
that would have been.
Well, if Trinity doesn't win, maybe she could end up on season 10 too. Bring back another one just to give them their moment.
True.
It's not unheard of.
I mean, I love Trinity, but girl, get the next All-Star.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Get the next All-Stars. Right.
Four, so I feel like once you make top, like you shouldn't be on that next All-Star. I just feel like it should be
All-Star. You're an All-Star.
You know what I mean?
Totally,
yeah.
I get it.
Is it crazy that I kind of feel like that the fact that Eureka, went home early was kind of part of the reason that the season was so lackluster?
I mean, she did bring a lot of that.
Yeah, like it would have been good because you would have had, the tension between her and Trinity throughout the season. They probably would have eventually ended up lip syncing against one of
love doing
and
that.
this wouldn't have been penned the boring season. I've been seeing that on social media so
Really?
much.
No.
Oh yeah, I see it a lot.
I've
seen it a lot.
Season of Sisters.
Yeah.
Lip singing isn't all that. We've seen it all this season.
Yeah.
Season 7 was the boring season to me.
You think Which one's that? You're like, exactly.
Yeah, well,
Charlie and her excuses.
Charlie hides.
Charlie hides.
Charlie hides in her elderly excuses, girl.
Well,
I can't. That is what those are, girl. I'm sorry. I'm gonna call it like I see it, girl. I don't like it when people once you start, because I feel like it's not even a specific age. It's once you start getting in that mind frame of, oh, I'm old. You use that as an excuse for everything.
Right.
Yeah. And I think she used it. She's like, I broke a hip. Yada yada. Well, like, girl,
you cracked a rib.
Whatever it was.
I broke my back.
Like, girl, you broke a hip. Get back up and start playing. No, I'm just kidding. But she broke a rib, allegedly.
Right.
But
well,
I mean,
so did Adam. For Eve. And you know what?
That worked out okay.
It worked out. We're here. And who made an excellent point? Was it Shea?
Shea was like down the runway.
Yeah, you walked down the runway, and also look at Eureka. Like Eureka straight up.
Trinity said that.
Yeah,
Trinity defending Eureka, saying like, look at my, I might not like this bitch, but she got up there and she fought to the end with her broken leg and knee, whatever. So there's no excuse for a little injury.
Right.
So the girls came hard for her.
Right.
And then,
so that was just so funny when Trinity said that. She's like, well, at least you didn't make excuses like Charlie. And you just see Charlie.
She did.
What did I
do? Right. No.
She's like, bitch, we just talked about it. I'm sorry.
Trinity was hilarious the whole reunion to me because she had a lot of little bitchy quips and calling people out on things, but it never seemed as malicious and bitter as a few of the other girls.
Right.
But Trinity, I was living for the whole reunion.
Same.
Yeah. Also, I remember when Ru said, "I thought you had diarrhea."
To Charlie.
And then she didn't know what to say, girl.
I just said you had diarrhea.
Right.
Like, no, that was the first season. I mean, the first episode. But I took a laxative.
Oh my god.
She's like, but I had the pins. I'm fine.
Oh my god. Well, do you think any of the girls were too hard on Charlie at all?
Yes,
or do you think they were justified in their...
I think that, aside from the fact that Charlie was kind of making excuses, one thing we cannot take away from her, girl, she paints really young. I feel like Charlie
does read very young.
She gets like early 40s.
Girl, I thought she was younger than me.
No,
but she does.
That was gold. I don't care who
gold.
No, but I agree. I feel like she does bring a good aesthetic, and then like RuPaul said, she's good on YouTube.
Right, she is. She's more of a character performer. Yeah. She does good with all of that. She can stay in her lane, just no more lip syncing for her.
But it did need to be discussed because RuPaul did say, "Hey, I'm kind of disappointed." No, I am disappointed because this is why I choose y'all queens. I do feel like you can go all the way. But you disappoint me.
I love that when RuPaul sort of was talking about even Charlie and Valentina, she said, at the end of the day, you guys might disappoint me. Yeah. This is still a competition. You screw up, you screw up. You know you have to lip sync. You know you're going into this. And I hope that kind of was a lesson for any future queens who think they're going to come on and not lip sync.
Right.
You know, I don't want to see none of that in season 10. We had like 2 or 3 or 4 give up this season, kind of.
I think that RuPaul means it when she's like, I don't care how pretty you are. I don't care how polished you are. If you, for 1 second, think that you could just sleep on any challenge, whether it be the lip sync or anything, she will send your ass home.
You will be in the bottom and you will be singing for your life.
Yes.
And this isn't like any other competition. You're not going to get a trophy for just showing up.
Oh, I love that too.
Even though they do it every end of the episode.
Yeah, they do. Right. That's a really good point.
Let's talk about it. The one that everybody's been talking about, Miss Valentina. How everybody came for Valentina on this reunion. For starters, they were talking about how, you know, they felt like she didn't even make the effort to actually learn the lyrics to.
And that she was psycho, and that she was crazy, and all the things I've been saying this whole entire season.
Oh God. Well, as much as it was a disappointment for all of us to see our girl Valentina being ripped to shreds, Brian was living. If you'll roll the tape back for a few weeks ago, Brian even said one day Valentina will get hers, all the truth will come out, and she will live for that day.
And
I guess that day is here.
I don't know about truth. I mean, I don't know what was really said that was truthful. That honestly, like, what has Valentina done herself?
Right.
You know, when you come up insincere to people, that can really bother people.
See, but was she not being sincere? Like, I kind of look at it this way, like, she's never shown anything of her like directly attacking any queen, but I definitely could see the fact that she went into that competition not really giving a damn to make friends with any of the other queens. And I understand that, but I don't think she's mean about it.
She was there for other queens. It showed her being there for Farrah. It showed her being there for Nina. It showed her being given advice, saying, "Hey, maybe we shouldn't be mean. Maybe we should talk, you know, nice about each other."
When the cameras were on, yeah, that's convenient. But what they were talking about was offset. Offset. She wasn't too connected with the girls.
The girls, they only get together when in the workroom, right? Like outside, they're not.
No, they still kind of. They sort of do communicate after. They all stay in the same hotel room, they like on the same floor and things like that, and like they pass by each other and you know things like that.
I heard they weren't allowed to have contact. That's what I thought.
Well, on the bonus clip when she said that her boyfriend sent her that DVD and she was sharing a DVD with other girls of the porn. Oh, remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that.
Slam. So they see each other, Jen. Thank you.
I never saw that clip. I'm sorry. I didn't get that exclusive.
Well, for what it's worth, there were a few criticisms that I think that we can agree with, actually.
Yeah.
Our biggest one with Valentina, which we have said this all along, every time.
She's too fishy.
That's not a criticism.
She's very fishy.
No,
she's too pretty. You're not supposed to be that pretty.
I know what you're saying.
Valentina's fans. Her stans, we talked about this since the beginning. This season of Drag Race has been very crazy with social media. Fans are just attacking these queens and the racism. And we have said from day one that maybe Valentina should have just said, knock it off, guys. This isn't my message. And that was one of the main points that the queens rep her for.
Yeah, and we talked about that in an episode where we said we do feel like Valentina does need to say something because Nina Bonina spoke about it. I think Shea spoke about it. Alexis and Shea
talking about
like, you know, that Valentina didn't check her fans and say, hey, you guys, like, you can't even be throwing, you know, racial slurs at people just because I went home, you know, yada, yada, yada.
But to be fair, she did say on Trinity's live, even though there was only 40 people watching, it was safe. Even though, like I said,
that's more than our life. We should not be shady.
No, I'm shading kind of Valentina because only 40 people watching. It wasn't like a raw. It should have been on her social media. I do get that. I do feel like she should have said something. But like she said, it's all new to her. Like this is something she didn't expect. All this responsibility. Like it's a lot.
In all fairness, like imagine being in Valentina's position where you've been at the top of the game in the competition, and then you have to wait for the week. You know, the episode is going to air where you got eliminated for fucking up one time. I guarantee you Valentina was beating herself up a lot. Wasn't really thinking about, you know, everybody else, which I'm not trying to make an excuse.
No, but that was kind of her excuse too. That was kind of
in another space, you know.
I don't see Beyonce telling the Beehive to calm down.
That is very true.
Beyonce wouldn't have been eliminated.
That is very true.
I mean,
they're vicious. I'm just saying, I'm giving another example. Like, if she does it, if Valentina is not exuding that, and honestly, when have you seen Valentina be mean or like malicious?
Never. I haven't.
I don't know her.
Well, okay.
Say that again.
I don't know her.
That's right.
But okay, but as far as the show, sorry, we have never seen her be vicious, malicious, negative.
No,
she's never been a negative queen. Whether they connected with her on a personal level or not, you've never seen her be a bitch.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just don't want to be friendly. Like we all get like, it would be hard. You agreed yourself that
I do
to be fake and happy and deal with everyone plus the stress of the competition. I'm not that social. I wouldn't be best friends with all the queens either.
Yeah.
So
if I was in the competition, I would be. If
like Sasha said,
if we were in the competition, I would be friends with y'all. Like, but I wouldn't. But then I would also defend you guys after and stuff like that.
Right.
And I will say when she said that she represents the first generation Mexicans of
yes.
Trust me, I live in Southern California. I grew up with these people. They used to feed me in the morning. I have friends that I had relationships.
When we were at the club, he knew more Spanish music than me.
Yes,
girl.
Because
she does know more Spanish than me.
I grew up in this culture, so I don't think I'm trying to be, talk to them. Don't think I'm trying to be racist or anything like that, because these are my people. I'm practically Mexican myself. But
by injection.
By injection. But I just felt like she could have been a little bit more sincere to the girls. She should have
She wanted to win. She wanted to show that she was a superstar.
True.
But she didn't come to be a star. I came to show how much of a star
I love
that.
When she said that, I was like, yes.
I went, oh, girl. And even Sasha was like, oh. Right.
Okay,
What can you say, girl?
All right, there you go.
Outside of here right now, girl.
Well, yes.
What can you say?
I'll say the reunion was the first time I actually saw Valentina get a little bit snarky,
right.
A little bit unbeautiful, and I know it for a minute, just for a minute with that mean girlness, but it was in defense of herself, and it was defense of her brand and what she's put forth, and I lived for it. I love that they came for her. I love that she defended herself. I loved it all.
Bro, Shea, I have to say Shea was coming pretty hard for Valentina. Yeah. You seem to have a lot of issues with me tonight, Shea.
Right.
Oh my God.
I love Shea's impersonation of Valentina. Spot on.
Oh my God.
Yes, she did.
And I wish Valentina would be like, well, sorry, Shea.
Oh my God.
Yes!
That would have been everything, girl.
Well, what about the excuse that she's not a social media queen and doesn't know social media? Do you think that was a good excuse, or?
I'm 50-50 on this. Okay. I do believe that Valentina is horrible at managing her social media.
Yes.
I believe that.
Yes.
But I do not believe that not checking. Bitch, I'm sorry. If I had that kind of following, I'll be on there reading everything, girl. Like, what are they saying about me? Well, how are my fans living for me today?
Totally.
What are they gonna say? What beautiful emojis are they gonna put on my posts? Like, no, Valentina, you know good and damn well that
you knew what was going on.
Everything.
You knew.
She's 25. Like, please, we all know how to use the Instagram, the Twitter. Aja was like, I like Aja.
Yeah. I do too, girl.
But you notice, Valentina never really went back and forth with Aja.
Right.
You know? No.
Not that we saw.
Like, she kind of like, every time Aja would say something shady, she would kind of like let it go.
Like,
I think it was a Latina thing.
I think
she didn't want to have that on camera.
Right.
Off the record, I felt like, even though Aja never made it, she will always be envious of Valentina. And she wants Valentina. I don't care. I feel like when people were saying stuff about Valentina, you could tell Aja was good. And like trying to almost hype it up.
Well,
bro, I actually
right.
I actually felt the opposite. I actually felt like there was
I
think it was more like Shea and the other girls who were the front runners that felt more like I got this more of a vibe. Like, yes, let's get her.
You can have silent haters, and those are the ones that you. Like I said, her reaction was like giving me like, you're trying to amp it more than what it is.
Right.
When someone was talking, she's like. My God, Valentina, what do you got to say?
Right, I get what you're saying. I
that's off the record.
I think that Shea personally came across as the most bitter when confronting other queens about stuff, especially because she has sort of presented herself as Miss Nice, mostly sisterhood, and her and Sasha are best friends and they're sweet to everyone and whatever. So she comes across as bitter from the reunion.
It was a little
Aja, I did notice a little. Aja, I feel was kind of playful, but I do think she was enjoying it a little bit. Yeah. But I think a few of them were. Like, they even admitted, like, when they talked about Aja and confronting her with the Linda Evangelista and everything, all the queens sort of admitted, like, well, we kind of were thinking that too, because they didn't think she should be in the top that week.
She's like, and I was aggressively complimenting her.
That was
I love that.
I wouldn't even call it a read. I was just aggressively complimenting
her. There were so many good, like, one-liners just in the reunion.
When they started coming for our girl Nina Bonina and her overthinking and thinking that the other girls were, you know, quandering up to shade her or do things behind her back, you know, being manipulative or calculating. Well, Nina still said that she feels like that there's some truth to that. How do you guys feel?
She's still in her head a little bit with it.
Because, and this is why I think she is in her head, bro. Nina, oh my God, Nina, please don't unfollow us. But like, I really do think that Nina knows it, but it's just like a prideful thing. I think she just didn't want to, because she had the open door, like Kimora flat out told her, she's like, girl, you say, who is it? Say it here right now, call them out, here's a reunion, everybody will know the team will be out.
Even Ru was like,
yeah, come on,
and I was surprised that she did, because she does talk a lot on live about the situation, so I was like, okay, Nina's gonna lay it all out, but she was quiet, so he's like, that was your chance.
And Kimora did call her out too. She's like, girl, she's like, I loved you all, like, you know, when we were on the season together, I never had no problems with you, but my friends follow you on social media and they saw, you know, your live videos where you were criticizing my performing, and then Nina said, oh, it was a joke, girl, yada yada yada. But you didn't say JK at the end. You're supposed to say JK.
You didn't say JK.
All right.
And that was a good one-liner. I don't know why I like that one, but look, you didn't say JK, girl.
We know, watching Nina and watching her lives, she watches our show and then reads us the whole time.
Yes,
so you know, she watches these queens and reads them the whole time. I do understand that it's her humor. Maybe there's a little meanness in it somewhere. Maybe she doesn't really necessarily love all of these people she's reading, but
she loves me.
You also kind of have to understand her sense of humor and the brand that she's bringing. So if the queens get offended, I guess they have a right to say that, but the whole just kidding, all that doesn't bother me. From Nina. I think
Kimora she was joking most of the time.
That doesn't bother me.
For crying out loud, girl, she called me a bald-headed chicken nugget, girl.
Right.
Like, girl,
she little bald chicken nugget. Oh my God.
It's fine though, girl. It's fine.
I was overall disappointed with that she didn't, you know, bring her truth as much. She didn't talk that much.
She shut down again.
We didn't see a lot from our very outspoken Nina Bonina Brown. Was very demure and kind of
close off. Why'd you shut down?
She seemed over it, girl.
Yeah, Ru was like, this is the time.
Right.
No,
sue me. I still love that.
We still love you, Nina.
I can see Nina on an All Stars, girl.
She could be.
If she starts getting out of her head. I mean, Ru gave her advice one last time. Again, she told her, you know, my biggest saboteur was always myself. That's why I see so much in you and relate to you. Is that was always me. So every time you have those negative thoughts or you think everyone's coming at you negatively, just counteract them with I'm fabulous, I'm amazing, I'm a star, I'm a diva, and fake it till you make it until you believe it about yourself. So hopefully Nina will get her act together for All Stars.
Yeah. I want to see more of Kimora. Because when we met Kimora in Vegas, she was very nice. I like Kimora a lot. I want to be her friend.
Oh, you mean, because she didn't say too much on the reunion?
Yeah.
She was very, very quiet.
There's a few of them.
Yeah.
Cynthia didn't talk at all. Except for when she did the congeniality.
She didn't talk at all.
She didn't talk at all. James only had that one little read and then nothing. What did you guys think of Alexis Michelle getting the shout out from Kris Jenner?
It was cute.
It was good. Alexis Michelle did a good Kris Jenner.
Great Kris Jenner.
She did. That was the only thing she did good. She should get a message congratulating her. She should. That was good. That was nice of Kris.
Girl, you just want Alexis Michelle to top you.
Not anymore. But
why? Yeah, not anymore.
Not anymore. But I will say this. She did a great job as Kris. She did a great job when she lip synced the first time and did that split towards the runway. She had some great moments, Alexis Michelle.
Well, nobody can do Alexis Michelle like Alexis Michelle.
Nobody wants to. That's why.
I
mean, come on, please. That's what everybody was thinking when she said that. Nobody can do nobody, girl, no one cares.
I was just like, oh my God, what are you
Sasha's reaction, Sasha was like, Okay.
Okay, yeah, that was. Oh my god.
I love Sasha's shade, girl. Sasha's
is
shade is everything, girl.
Yeah, I didn't mind her because I
call that uppity bougie.
Yes,
Caucasian shade, girl.
I don't mind an intellectual shade. I like wit, so I did appreciate that about Sasha. Farrah also kind of killed it this reunion. Was very funny. Was very emotional, dramatic. She had that moment with Valentina. What do you guys think of her and Valentina's friendship? Or
I find it odd that Valentina hasn't kept a relationship with her. I'm like, why not? What's the issue?
Because she's fishy, just like her.
So she's a bitch.
Girl.
So you're saying she's a bitch.
Do you think that could? Well, maybe that is kind of a bitch.
That's a bitch. That's a pretty bitchy thing for you to do.
Well, her excuse too was that once she got eliminated, Valentina, she was kind of in her head, she was closed off. And I'll say that when we did see her that night of the show, she did feel different. Like there was this tension there the night she was eliminated. You could feel her sadness. So yeah, I'm sure she's going through it too, just like all of them once they get eliminated in real life.
Are you fine? Are you okay? Yes. That's all you're getting from me, girl.
Right.
Yes.
It was nice seeing
Which
you.
can you imagine if you guys reach out to me, I just reply with a yes. You know, you say, hey, how are you? I go, fine.
Well, if it was like a yes and then like a dick pic.
Okay.
Right.
then maybe.
No, like it would be weird. I would think there would be some kind of like communication.
Right.
Like, hey, girl, like I'll see you on book gigs. Like,
because they were cute on the show together. Their little pep talks.
They
and
were.
stuff.
They act like Grandma's feelings were hurt.
Yeah.
So that's probably why she.
I honestly
sensitive, girl. She's sensitive.
I actually really liked Farrah during the reunion.
I liked her too.
I liked her.
I didn't mind her emotionalness because I do think that was real. She really was hurt, or she felt away from Valentina, and you know, you can't knock her for that.
Ru is so shady though. He's like, can we all give it up for Farrah? She actually did a joke.
Yes. Oh, her first one.
that was cute.
Can we please talk about how RuPaul revealed that how she did acid with Lady Bunny back in the day?
Oh my god, that was funny. You know that they lived. You know they had
what I would give to be a fly on the
wall and that
on acid.
on the acid on the wall.
Bitch, no, that was like, oh my gosh, I love that they put that on there. Not that I'm like trying to promote, oh, you should.
No, but it's so cool.
Shut up. No, but it made them like more.
They're sisters. They have a past. They have history.
It's something we. I mean, I'm sure we could assume they did that, but it was just funny that she gave us a little backstory.
Yeah, I like that.
I thought it was cute.
They grew up in the 60s and the 70s, and everybody was on uppers and downers and uppers and middles and shit.
I'm on one right now.
Right.
I'm kidding.
The devil's gonna get
girl,
you.
It's just Red Bull.
Is that what she said?
This is Red Bull, girl. It's Red Bull.
Right.
It's Red Bull.
Miss Congeniality.
Miss Congeniality, or as the girls have renamed it, the award for fan favorite.
Now, can we put the definition of congenial up top? Can we do that, or up the bottom or something, just to refresh people's minds about what it means to be that?
You wanna let us know, Brian?
Anyway, so Valentina was announced to be Miss Congeniality for this season. A lot was said.
A lot was said. Well, we did think that would probably be the case.
I mean, yes.
We guesstimated that due partly because she was sweet from what we saw. We never saw a negative side to her, and her fan base is crazy. So we kind of thought that she would definitely win. But do you think that it was a deserved win?
Of course.
Isn't the award for Miss Congeniality on Drag Race always voted for by the fans anyways?
It is.
Okay, during the entire season, the edit on Valentina, whether you believe she may have been a cunt behind, you know, behind when the camera wasn't rolling or whatever, she was executed on the show as being a very congenial individual. Like, we can't deny that.
I will.
So
yeah.
she was. Well, you saw through it.
Who do you think there's
Who do you think would be another contender maybe for Miss Congenial?
Pheromone?
No.
Girl.
No, I can't think of anyone else.
No, the thing about it is Cynthia. Yeah, she couldn't get it twice, but when you're congenial, that means you're helping, you're motivating, you're trying to, you know, just be.
Valentina gave Farrah her drink. She said, "You need this more than me, girl."
That's shady.
You're about to lip sync.
You're about to get kicked off.
You're an alcoholic.
You would love that, first of all.
Yes, you would love that.
Girl, well, I'm about to send you home, so here's a drink. You're gonna do this.
No, that's not
I
shady.
feel like she was Valentina did, you know, talk to people, and she was very helpful, and she did say, "Hey, let's not talk about drama." I feel like
she tried to be positive.
Yeah.
I love Valentina.
Look,
I do. point, she was not deserving of that title.
Okay. Well, you were not the only one who thinks so.
One thing we cannot take away from Valentina, she has become like a phenomenon in the Latin world, girl. Like you said, first generation Mexican Americans look up to her, girl. And I'm sorry, we don't really have anybody other than I know people.
Well, what I was gonna say, what did you think about? That was the other controversy that she compared herself to.
Don't you,
Selena.
You know what? And you guys have said that, and I totally disagree with that. I do not compare herself to motherfucking Selena because everybody knows that I fucked with Selena so fucking heavy.
We have compared her to Selena, and many people have. Not maybe the star power or what she's achieved, but the fans behind her, what she represents for.
She represents first generation Mexican American. Yes. The only problem that I have with that is the fact that Valentina said it. You didn't need to say it, girl. Yeah, she should. You should have just let me say it on the show, girl. Right. Like you don't need to say it. Like I do see how it is. She's comparable to having the effect on her fans the way that Selena did on her fans.
There hasn't been anyone like that since.
Having somebody like Valentina, a first generation Mexican American drag queen, is very kind of. It's a necessity for us Mexican Americans right now, being that we have a president who claims that everybody who comes from Mexico is rapists and drug dealers. Sorry to get all political, but I'm just saying.
Sometimes they're drag queens too.
Sometimes they're drag queens too. No, but I think that it's important for us to have that right now. So yes, Valentina should have told her fans to calm down with the racial slurs that were being thrown at her sisters from season 9. That's where I'm gonna get her. But for anybody to try and discredit her and say that she hasn't become this big phenomenon with her being who she is on Drag Race, it's there, girl, and she is fan favorite.
She's 100%. Fan favorite. She is fan favorite.
I don't care whatever you call it, bitch. I am the best. Most people want to see me. The fans voted, the viewers voted. Oh, I won. I see why you're upset.
Right.
Call me what you want, baby, but I still won the $5 grand, and my booking fee is 10 times yours.
Girl, she has over double the followers of the majority of the other queens. No, the only one behind her, is Farrah Moan. The Valentina stands, girl.
I love what she represents. I love what she represents, but just some things about her were a little questionable for me. But I love what she represents.
Okay.
On stage. They didn't have to go in on her like that. That was her moment, and then it went to like, oh, bitch, let's tell her what's wrong with this.
What did you guys think of Aja having that Kanye moment, sort of? I don't know if he directly interrupted her speech. You know, there's editing and stuff.
But she let her finish it.
Right. Okay.
She didn't let her finish it, but still.
But still, taking the moment from someone is kind of, you know.
I don't know. There's just something about taking the high road, girl. You don't really have to say anything, and that goes for Aja too. Like, you don't have to say it. Everybody already knew it. Like, it's not something that you need to say. When the other queens were coming across, her, Shea, Farrah Moan, all of that, it just comes across as being bitter and jealous because Valentina is Valentina.
I mean, I always hate using that excuse for a pretty girl when she said, oh, they're just jealous of me. But I do think, as much as they might not want to admit it, some of the other queens, that there might be a little jealousy towards Valentina in that she has been so successful and she has been so popular and so polished and has such a fan base, and she's only been doing it for a short time. So I can understand why there may be a little bit of resentment feelings, but, you know, maybe Aja shouldn't have said anything, but as a viewer, I loved it. It was amazing. I loved, you know, it created a great reunion. From top to bottom, all the queens were bringing it and entertaining us, and I loved it.
I loved it too.
Same.
Coming up, it's the finale.
Next week.
The finale on Friday. Girl, let it happen. It's all gonna unravel. We're gonna find out who is the winner. Yeah. We've all been seeing spoilers online, but we don't want to contribute to that. So whatever. And we don't even know how true it is because
they don't announce it until
technically.
But it's not like we don't know like the winner.
Yeah.
Top 4 still have to lip sync for their life. I'm sure that's gonna factor into it.
A sudden death.
Sudden death. Yeah. I don't know what that is, but you know that's an interesting twist. We'll see how that plays out.
It's never been done before, so we'll see.
We'll see, definitely.
It's never been done before, but it's being done now. Riri, hit the music. Top 4. Let's lip sync for our live.
Okay.
Ready?
All right. We also win that.
I only sing live. I'm sorry.
Top 3 now. Alright, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. We had a blast. So much shade, so much tea. Did y'all have fun?
I love your hat, Jeff.
So cute.
Hold on. I love your hat, Chad.
Ryan, you just really sound insincere.
I'm just gonna smile her hat.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Let us know what you thought of that shady reunion and let us know what you think is going to happen next week in the finale. We will see you then. Check us out. We may or may not be in drag. You'll have to check us out to see. Bye guys. Thank you so much for watching.